You walk onto a used car lot in 2026. The sticker on a 3-year-old sedan reads $34,000. You check the mileage. It has 61,000 miles on it, and the dealer is calling it a deal. Welcome to the used car market, where affordable has become a punchline. The Manheim Used Vehicle Value Index, the single most watched gauge of wholesale used car pricing in America, is sitting nearly 30% above its pre-pandemic baseline as of early 2026. 30% new car production is recovering. Inventories are technically filling back up. Economists said prices would normalize. They were wrong. But here's where it gets interesting. Not every segment of the used car market is holding the line. Cracks are forming. One specific market is bleeding value fast, and if you're holding on to the wrong vehicle right now, or worse, about to buy one, this video could save you thousands of dollars. We've built a countdown. 5 used car segments under the microscope, ranked from concerning to catastrophic. And trust me, number 1 is going to make your jaw drop. Let's go. Number 5, full-size trucks. Full-size trucks have been the untouchable kings of the used market for a decade. Prices hold, demand is consistent, truck guys are loyal. Simple as that. A used 2023 Ford F-150 XLT with 45,000 miles still carries an average asking price of $38,000 to $42,000 at retail. That's not far off what some people paid for them new. And yet, the floodgates are quietly opening. Fleet rental companies are dumping trucks back into the market at volume after overextending during the post-pandemic spending spike. Simultaneously, fuel costs are back in the conversation. Buyers who stretched for a truck 2 years ago are now checking what their monthly payment would look like at today's rates. iSeeCars analysis from late 2025 flagged full-size trucks as showing the largest gap between perceived value and actual transaction. Price of any segment, meaning dealers are listing high, but deals are closing lower. That spread is a warning sign. Trucks aren't crashing, but the premium is quietly leaking. If you're selling one, the window of maximum value may be closing. If you're buying one, use that spread as leverage. Hard. Number 4, luxury sedans. You saved money going used. You got the badge, the interior, the technology, at a fraction of new car pricing. Smart move, right? The 2022 BMW 5 Series is now competing at auction against a 2023 BMW 5 Series that just came off a 36-month lease, and then another and another. The off-lease tsunami that analysts predicted is officially here. Luxury brands had a record leasing period between 2021 and 2023. Those vehicles are now flooding the certified pre-owned pipeline simultaneously. Supply has dramatically outpaced demand in this segment. Meanwhile, the buyers who could afford these vehicles are increasingly choosing new because with incentives returning, the gap between new and used luxury is narrowing. Depreciation research from CarEdge shows that certain luxury sedans are losing 18 to 22% of their value in the first 12 months of used ownership, a rate not seen since 2019. Specific culprits: the BMW 5 Series, the Mercedes-Benz E-Class, and the Audi A7. This is, quietly, a buyer's market for used luxury sedans right now. But if you already own one and were planning to sell, move quickly. This window won't stay open. Number 3, compact SUVs. The compact SUV was supposed to be the safe bet. Broad appeal, consistent demand. Everyone needs one. That broad appeal is exactly why this segment is now drowning in inventory. Every manufacturer pushed hard into compact SUV production, overshot demand, and now the used market for vehicles like the 2022 to 2023 Nissan Rogue and Chevy Equinox is visibly softening fast. When a segment has no defining advantage, it has no price floor. Buyers have too many options. A 2023 Toyota RAV4 competes not just against other RAV4 South, but against a CR-V, a Tucson, an Escape, a Rogue, all within the same price band, all with similar mileage. Dealers are quietly slashing prices just to move units. Cox Automotive's 2025 market reports tracked compact SUV wholesale prices declining for 6 consecutive months in the second half of 2025. That's not a dip, that's a trend. Some mid-tier brands saw per-unit wholesale values drop $2,400 to $3,100 in that window alone. The RAV4 and CR-V will hold relatively well because of brand loyalty and reliability reputation. But the second and third tier compact SUVs, Rogue, Equinox, Escape, are becoming dangerous to own from a resale standpoint. Know which one you're holding. Number 2. OST Hybrids. Hybrids were the smart middle ground, better fuel economy, no range anxiety, no expensive EV infrastructure required. The used hybrid market looked bulletproof. Battery replacement cost anxiety is now aggressively pricing buyers out of used hybrids, particularly outside the Toyota ecosystem. A used Ford Escape Hybrid or Hyundai iNiq hybrid with 70,000 plus miles raises an immediate and expensive question. How much life is left in that high-voltage battery pack? Known Toyota hybrid battery replacements can cost anywhere from $3,000 to $8,000 out of pocket once manufacturer warranty has expired. Buyers increasingly understand this risk. Consumer Reports data shows a measurable drop in used hybrid purchase intent among buyers who research total cost of ownership before purchasing. Meanwhile, new hybrid technology has leapfrogged older models so dramatically that a 2021 hybrid often feels technologically obsolete next to a 2024 model. Edmunds reported in Q4 2025 that non-luxury, non-Toyota, used hybrids aged 4 years or older were sitting on lots an average of 19 days longer than comparable gasoline vehicles. Days to sell is a brutally honest market signal. The market is saying, we're not sure this is worth the risk. Toyota Prius and Camry hybrid still hold strong everything else in the used hybrid space. Discounting is quietly becoming standard. And if you're a buyer, that discount is your negotiating foundation, not a red flag. Number 1. US EVs. Used EVs were going to democratize electric driving. You'd get the technology, the savings, the sustainability, without the new car price premium. The used EV market was going to be the bridge that got America plugged in. A 2021 Tesla Model 3 standard range that sold new for around $40,000 can now be found at auction for under $19,000. In under 4 years, it has lost more than 50% of its value. The Chevrolet Bolt, once celebrated as an affordable EV breakthrough, is now being auctioned in bulk at prices that would make a rental car blush. Reason 1. Technology, velocity. New EVs are releasing with dramatically superior range, charging speeds, and software capabilities every 18 months. A 2021 or 2022 EV feels genuinely outdated in a way that a 2021 gasoline vehicle does not. Obsolescence is priced in, and it's brutal. Reason 2. Battery degradation, fear. Unlike hybrid battery concerns, EV battery replacement costs are catastrophic in worst-case scenarios. Replacement pack costs have ranged from $10,000 to over $20,000, depending on vehicle and manufacturer. Even when risk is low, perceived risk destroys transaction prices. Reason 3. Infrastructure anxiety. Rural buyers, apartment dwellers, and buyers in states with limited charging networks are simply excluded from the EV used car conversation. That structural ceiling on demand is suppressing prices market-wide. Reason for incentive displacement. New EV federal tax credits, up to $7,500, are pulling buyers away from the used market and toward new. Why? Buy a used 2022 EV with battery uncertainty when a 2025 model comes with a full warranty, better tech, and a federal credit. iSeeCars data from early 2026 shows used EVs depreciating at a rate 3x faster than the average used vehicle. The Chevy Bolt specifically lost nearly 40% of its value in a 12-month period. Social media channels, like Our Personal Finance and Our Electric Vehicles, are filled with owners who are underwater on loans, owing more than the vehicle is currently worth. One Reddit post from February 2026 upvoted over 47,000 times. Bought my 2022 EV for $38,000, worth $18,000. Still owe $29,000. Send help. That's not an outlier. That's a community-wide crisis. Tesla Model Y and Model 3 are holding relatively better than competitors. Brand loyalty and charging network advantages provide a floor, but better than a Bolt is not a compliment. The premium EV segment, Rivian, Lucid, BMW iX, is showing similarly punishing depreciation without the Tesla brand cushion. If you're in the market to buy a used EV, 2026 is genuinely one of the best buyer's windows in the history of the segment, provided you do your battery homework, get a pre-purchase inspection, and buy within a robust charging network. The deals are real. If you're trying to sell a used EV right now, the math is painful, and it's likely to get worse before it gets better. Here's what the used car market looks like in 2026. Stripped of noise, the overall market is still expensive. Prices are elevated. The relief that was promised never fully arrived. But cracks are forming in specific segments, and those cracks represent opportunity for buyers and danger for sellers. Full-size trucks, overpriced but still finding buyers. Luxury sedans, great time to buy, bad time to sell. Compact SUVs depends heavily on the brand. Used hybrids, battery economics, are rewriting valuations in real time. Used EVs, the most dramatic depreciation event in the modern automotive era, and it's not finished yet. If you're buying know your segment, EVs and luxury sedans are handing buyers leverage right now that hasn't existed in years. Use it. Get a pre-purchase inspection. Challenge every asking price. If you're selling, move with urgency. The segment softening we're seeing rarely reverses quickly. Whatever premium you're sitting on today is likely smaller than it was 6 months ago, and bigger than it will be 6 months from now. Drop a comment below. What segment are you shopping in right now, and what prices are you actually seeing on the ground? Because we want to hear what's happening at real dealerships in your city. The data tells one story, real buyers tell another. If this broke down the market in a way that actually helped you, share it with someone who's about to make a $30,000 mistake. And subscribe, because next week we're going inside the wholesale auction data to show you exactly which specific models are cratering hardest. Model by model, price by price. You don't want to miss it.